Welcome to Old Worlds and New. This is going to be a brief PowerPoint presentation just on the overview of the chapter. You will still need to read the chapter to get the full in depth of it, but we're just going to highlight some major points as we go along. Focus questions. What were the major patterns of Native American life before European arrival? How did Native and European ideas of freedom differ? What motivated European exploration? What happened when the peoples of Americas met? What characterized the Spanish, French, and Dutch empires? The first Americas. So, first inhabitants are going to arrive via the Bering Land Bridge 15,000 to 60,000 years ago. They are going to develop these diverse societies based on their environment and the resources that are striving within the environment. And agriculture is going to emerge about 9,000 years ago with maize, beans, and squash. Native American societies. There are hundreds of languages and diverse cultures within the Native American societies. Complex societies like the mound builders of the Mississippi Valley. Many communities practice communal land ownership. So everybody is going to help pitch in and cultivate the land. And this is very interesting. Women had a lot of say so in social and political roles. They were allowed to have a voice, they were allowed to decide on some political decisions. So this is not really common in early times when we look at early America, but with Native American societies, women are held to a very high standard. So this is amazing to see. Native beliefs and freedom. Religious life emphasized harmony with nature and spiritual forces. Freedom was collective, tied to kinship, land, and community. Europeans saw native ways as uncivilized, misunderstanding their freedom. So that's why when we later discuss colonization, you're going to see this large push for Christianity because the Europeans did not understand their way of religion. Europe and Africa before contact. African empires like Mali and Benin were advanced trade centers. They are going to trade various different items, spices, maybe weapons. Europe sought wealth and new trade routes to Asia. Advances in navigation and technology and printing are going to encourage exploration. So you're going to see a lot of the Dutch, Spanish, and the British start to explore, and it's going to become a little bit of a competition. The Columbian Exchange. Columbian Exchange is going to be the transfer of plants, animals, and diseases across the Atlantic. So new crops are going to come about in this Columbian Exchange. It's going to be maize, potatoes, tobacco. Unfortunately, as the European countries are going through this age of exploration, they are going to bring certain diseases to the New World that will kill off a large population of the Native American people. So it is very detrimental to them because they weren't equipped to handle certain sicknesses. And especially if you're on a boat for a certain amount of months, you're not going to be as cleanly as possible. There wasn't like Lysol or any disinfectant or bleach, so it was hard to keep things sterilized on a boat or just keep it germ free. This is going to initiate the Atlantic slave trade. The Spanish Empire, conquest of Aztec and Inca empires established vast territories. There's going to be a use of the encomienda system, which is a forced labor that had to do with the natives of the land that the Spanish conquered. Catholic Church is going to be central to the colonization efforts. Remember, Europeans are not going to understand specific religious beliefs and spiritual kind of actions of the native people. And it is going to create a rigid racial hierarchy with mestizos, which are mixed with European and native people, peninsulares, and criollos. French and Dutch colonies. French focus on trade, alliances, and missionary work. Dutch established New Netherland, which is known as New York, as a trading hub. So anything along the coast was going to be a trading center. Both relied on cooperation with the native people. They are going to offer more religious tolerance and some individual freedoms. So here are some major themes of this chapter. It's going to contact, reshape global populations and economies and cultures. It's going to introduce competitive ideas of freedom and power. It's going to set the foundation of colonial systems and future conflicts. So old worlds and new worlds become permanently connected. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, you need to submit your Cornell notes and they need to be handwritten in order for you to get full points for your notes. Once again, if you have any questions, please refer to the VIA Help Desk in the Canvas module of Old World and New. And I'll see you next time. Bye.